Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, this works. Zap.stream works. Good, good, good. Oh, you can even see me. Alright, I will not play any music. No time for music today. We have only 6 minutes and I try to figure what's happening with this Zap stream. Ooh, this stream looks like it has 308 hours long it is. Damn, I need to make sure that our wallet is... Ooh, I can hear myself here. Do I need to top up my wallet? How do I do this? Keran, whenever I meet you, you need to help me figure this upstream out or fix some bugs. It never works properly for me. But okay. No worries. I am very patient. And you guys don't need to be much patient. You just need to wait. You just need to wait 5 minutes, 40 seconds. And in the meantime, I'm preparing the windows. Is anyone here? If anyone is watching this on his Nostr client, then please let me know in chat. Alright, copy pairing secret. Let's pass here my Nostr wallet connect string, connect, watch it. Okay, balance, I have 17,000 sats. So I guess it's being paid. Okay, now where is my stream? Is like my chat properly loading? Past streams, recent clips, where is my active streams? I'm live. Where is it? I can never figure this. Is it on main page? Popular. Yes, we are popular. Okay, live. Works. Alright, somebody remembers trackers. Let's say hi. Hey. Okay, works. You can see chat here. Perfecto. Now. Oh, we have Jean-Paul. We have Jean-Paul here. Hello, Mr. Jean-Paul. How are you? You wanna help me test the sound? Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, sound doesn't work as intended. Then say hello now.
Hello now. This is a
Yes.
sound test.
Yes, thank you. Works.
This is a sound test. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Sound test works. We have also Moritz. Moritz also works at Alby. We are already live on Nostr, and I never know how this Nostr streams on Zapstream work. I guess Kieran needs to do some more work here because it's really difficult to stream now. To find where to get these keys, that's why only 2 people maximum watch some of these streams. And now at our stream there is 0 viewers. Okay, maybe that's why. But also I can see that like this stream lasts for 300 hours. So I really don't know how okay. You are guys here, everything is fine. Okay. So 0 viewers. I don't have to speak now to the Zap stream because sometimes I'm like here and I see there is 3 people, so it's better to tell them something. So let's see. We have today our projects, hub and update, and we have Satsback and channel up and Nodana and Sintra, which is also from Tom.
Oh wow, so we have quite some demos.
You know how it works. Maybe they will not come or something. But I was confirming with them and should be on place. Yes. Okay. Whew. That was a lot of water. Good.
It's efficient.
Oh, we have Tali and Scott with us. Hello, guys. revisiting our community call, but now with a proper presentation. Good, good. 2 minutes left for the Twitter stream. Oh, and we have Tom finally. Hello. How are you, Tom?
Hi, Tom.
Tom, how many? Okay, I will ask this when we go live. Because maybe Tom has more paying users than Alby does.
All I can say is it's less than 1 million.
Yeah, same with us. We're not at the million yet.
No millionaire.
So there's some room to grow for all of us.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Oh, and we have TC, which I guess is Tom from Satsback. Hello, Tom.
Yes, that's me. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yeah, same with us. We're not at the million yet.
Great.
Where is it? It's on Twitter.
No millionaire.
Okay, we are live on Twitter. 50 seconds before it started. Good. So let's do the small countdown. And we have Fufo. Whoever Fufo is, welcome to Alby community call. Let me broadcast the info on Nostr. We are live. Join us now. Because we are already live on Zapstream. We are live on Twitter. So if you guys don't wish yourself to be streamed or recorded, then well, turn off your cameras and change your voice, so we cannot recognize who is who. But I guess you are frontmen of your respective projects, so it's hard to stay undercover. And here we have 6 seconds. I hope you guys can see my screen with a countdown and the main screen. And here we are, 5 p.m. at least in Poland. Alby community call starts now. Hello everybody. And this is our bi-weekly meeting, the best such online meetup in this space, where we get updates, releases and gossips from Bitcoin and Nostr Appz ecosystem, hosted by Alby. And also that's where you can meet Alby team, users and friends, and also learn about updates from us. What's new, what's coming. Maybe you can get some perks like earlier invites or test flights to some mobile apps, etc. And we have also Gracian. Hello, Gracian. Hello, everyone. Thanks for muting yourself when you're not speaking. That helps with the quality of our stream. All right. I can see from Alby team we have Jean-Paul and Moritz, and usually that's the hobby that we start with updates from Alby. And here we have Santer, who also have some small update. But maybe let's give a microphone to Moritz, our founder. What has been new in the last 2 weeks, Moritz?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, actually we are about to release another version of Alby Hub.
And I can show you 2 quite cool things. So one thing is that you also now see actually where the payment is coming from. So I do, for example, a lot of payments through the Alby extension. And because my extension is connected with an Alby account, I can see here that this payment was made by my Alby account.
You mean this is the sender? Like if somebody else sends you payment, his head would appear here, or?
No, this not the head from this person, but I would see, for example, comments, right? So I can send comments. I often send this comment when I zap people on Primal. And when I have an incoming payment, then I also see now from which app it's actually coming. So for example, when I get a Lightning address payment, the Lightning address is offered by an Alby account, then I know that it's from a Lightning address. I can also see if there's another app. So for example, here I have other apps that send me some money, and it's now very nicely visible. And I think this is like, if you look at other transaction lists of Lightning wallets, then you do not find such information. And this is extremely useful, I think, especially when you use something like an Alby hub that you can easily connect to a bunch of apps. So that's one thing that's gonna be shipped with the next release of Alby hub. The other very, very cool thing is if we look at the App Store, there you find one new app, which is called Friends and Family. And compared to all other apps that are already in the App Store, this is more like an internal app. This means like this is offered by us from Alby directly, whereas all the other apps are obviously from great people outside, from great teams outside, and that you can also connect to your hub. But this one, Friends and Family, is particularly interesting because what you could do is you can basically generate sub-accounts, and they are powered now by your hub. This means that you can onboard, as the name says, friends and family onto your hub and give them easy to use wallets. So for example, let's say I want to orange pill my friend. I can call him my soon to be Bitcoiner friend. And I create a sub account for him. And now I have different ways to give him, basically, my friend, access to this wallet. So I can invite him to the Alby mobile app that we are shipping soon by sending him a QR code. I can also invite him to an Alby account, like at alby.com and his dashboard, and he can paste in this connection string that I can share with him. Same works with the Alby extension. And pretty cool also now, all these sub accounts are fully podcasting 2.0 compatible. So every body of them, so if he's a musician, for example, or a podcaster, you can also give him this value tag. They can add it to the RSS feed, and then they can receive payments from their audience, from their listeners right away without opening any channels and such. So it's a extremely quick way actually to get started. But how would it look like with the Alby extension? So I can share this connection string with my friend. I copy it, send it over. And if he had an Alby extension, for example, I can just connect a wallet here, find the right connector, and paste it in here. And then I have basically a new wallet. So here then I have 0 sats I can receive and send. I don't think there's any like quicker way to get started in a like almost self-custodial way with Lightning. So yeah, that's super interesting. I really hope people will try it out once we ship that feature.
Nice. So that's the Alby Gym that was announced. It's just now called Friends and Family, right?
Yeah, Alby Gym was more like a really external app, accessible through the browser on a different URL, and this is more like a bit condensed, more user-friendly, and directly available in every person's hub.
Nice. I can see there is a bunch of great feedback to this, even from people who didn't test it, like just from the fact that you can share your nodes such easily and create sub-accounts on your own node. And the fact to become custodian to new people, this is really reducing costs, I guess, of hosting such app, of channel opening and management, right? These people, they don't need to do anything. They just scan a QR code and they have Lightning wallet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Belong to some, company, but to your friend. Cool.
And one more. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to add, if you go to the transaction list, Moritz. Yeah, so Tomek, you're wondering if it's a receiver or like why is this avatar? So right now these avatars show through which connection the payment went through, but we're also planning to add zaps visible. So if you're gonna zap someone or you receive zaps, you're gonna see who are you zapping or who you're receiving a zap. That will be a separate here. So if it's not a zap, just connection, there will be just this, and if there will be a zap, then you'll also be able to see it. But that will take a bit more time.
Yeah, I can imagine there is more info, right, yet to be shown, if it's possible, to whom it was sent or what comment was it with, right? I know that it's sent because it has arrow up. It doesn't have to tell me that it's sent, but there is much of space that if I click on it, you can see description. All right, cool, pre-image
Yeah.
match. Nice, good upgrades. Let's see what comes with future releases. Santer, you have some update also regarding Alby Mobile, right? Alby Mobile is kind of out and it's already designed. Would you like to show something? Oh, Santer.
Yeah, one second. I mean, my update is just a logo for Albygo. So some of you might have seen some screenshots, or on Alby Hub website, there's a teaser of Albygo. So I finished today the logo. I published it on Nostr or somewhere. So this is an astronaut B, meaning that you can explore a meet space with your node. Basically, you can take the payments from your node and explore outer space and pay from that. But someone else from the team has probably more updated version of the app itself. If you guys want to show it.
We watched it. We had it at the previous community call, so probably not many things has been updated since then. So let's move it to the next one. There will be more updates, and it will be released in more stores. I think it's in App Store already. We are still waiting for confirmations from Google Play and Apple App Store. Where are the antennas? Why this astronaut B doesn't have any antenna? How does he communicate?
I told you on Discord that it has an antenna in a place you cannot see.
Okay. Well, I like antennas. Anyway, thanks Santer, thanks Moritz. Updates from Alby. Every 2 weeks there is something to be shown. That's great. But let me bring to stage Tom from Satsback, because I met him in Riga again, and he told me they had some cool updates. I have been hearing about Satsback pivot for some months. I wonder which direction does this project go. If you guys are not familiar with Satsback, this is e-commerce affiliate program where you can just do your shopping as you do online, but you get some cash sats in exchange back to your wallet. So it's a good way to acquire some sats without buying them. Hey Tom, what's up?
Hey, yeah, thanks for the invite. It's good to be here. I'm actually looking forward to this because I don't know if you, I don't know if you're 100% clear on exactly what we do, but I'm looking forward to explaining. So I don't know, maybe the best thing to do would be to maybe try to share my screen. Start screen sharing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm the founder of this project and platform. It's basically a online cashback platform that helps you save in sats when shopping online. So it's a simple website and a browser extension. The main thing that you would do here is once you register, you have a list of stores. And we have like thousands of stores connected, where we have an affiliate deal with them. If we help them drive traffic, we earn a commission, and we turn that to sats, obviously, and pay it out to the user in the form of Bitcoin sats over the Lightning Network. So it's pretty simple here. Like you can scroll down, you can search these stores, you can select the category. What you would do is just click through a store, shop now with Satsback. This would redirect you to the online store. And as long as you make a purchase, you should receive an email notifying you of a pending transaction, just like one here, just like any of these here. And once those are approved by the merchants, the Satoshis will be moved to the available balance here that you can pay out to your Lightning wallet, like for example, the Alby hub. And there is no minimum amount before you pay out your sats. So it could be 1,000 sats, it could be 10 sats. As you guys can see here, I managed to stack over 1 million sats already. And actually, I think this would be cool. So I have 1,000 sats available for payout. Let's try this and see who is quickest to grab these Satoshis. Still there? And this might not work, like if too many people try to, but let's try it. And people paying out? Who's doing this? Very slow. Okay.
We don't see the code. I'm waiting for it.
Oh, well, maybe there was a lag, but like someone paid it out already. Payout successful. There's a gift there. So yeah, well, congrats on the free stats. And so another cool thing you can do here is you can paste your Lightning address in this field, and once you save it, the Satoshis will stream into your wallet automatically. Like there would be no payout process. So as soon as there is some available balance here, you won't even see it here. It'll just be deposited into your Lightning wallet automatically. Yeah, a lot of our users are using that, and a lot of the Lightning addresses we see are from Alby. So I think some of your community might already be our users. And yeah, that's what we have currently. There's one. Let me stop sharing my screen. I don't know if I still. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready to talk about and this wouldn't even be a pivot, but what we are thinking about is sort of like how Lightning and Bitcoin can improve this whole process. So right now, as you could see, we're working mostly with fiat online merchants. These are like mainstream partners, like you saw, like Booking, Nike, Adidas, whatever. And they obviously don't accept Bitcoin yet. So the way it would work is you would normally just spend your fiat with them, and we would get our commissions, and you would get your rewards sometime later. Unfortunately, one of the complaints is that this waiting time is very long, and I think this is related to some fiat problems regarding like chargebacks and settlement risk. So we've been playing around with what this model could look like with Bitcoin merchants, and we actually were able to do a small demo and show it to some people in Riga, leveraging Nostr Wallet Connect in a sense where you could link your wallet. Then this is not ready. This is just like a concept. You could link your wallet to, let's say, a Satsback app, and then just go spending with your wallet with participating merchants. And in the same way you do that here, you would get your sats back into the same wallet. And actually, this is like one of the superpowers that I think Nostr Wallet Connect enables. Not ready yet, still like a concept, a vision, but an exciting one. And I think maybe even a use case that even you guys at Alby didn't initially think of when launching Nostr Wallet Connect. I think you're going to see more use cases like this that are cool, and yeah, so we're big fans of what you guys are doing, and yeah, look forward to doing more with Nostr Wallet Connect. Look forward to doing more with your users. But I think for now, there's still a big demand in a sense that most people still have fiat. They want to get rid of the bad money first, and earning sats back when spending fiat online is just a no-brainer to them. So I think we continue with what we're doing now, and we play around with some more visionary projects on the Lightning native side, which as I said, excite us the most. But yeah, if you guys have some questions or want me to touch on anything a bit get into any of these topics deeper, I'm happy to do it.
There are some questions in the chat from Tali and Scott.
I haven't seen. We know a number of Bitcoin entrepreneurs who would be interested in participating. Yeah, so this is a tough one. What we do is we connect with we generally connect with like some of the largest global affiliate networks. So if you are already working with any of those, then it's very easy for us to connect to your store and list it on the site. Unfortunately, the process of adding a site, a web shop or a merchant manually is I wouldn't say problem. I mean, it's just a lot of work involved. So yeah, I mean, feel free to reach out. We can look into it, but it's not as easy as we would like it to be. It's also something that we've planned to work on in the future. So yeah, good question. All of Bitcoin entrepreneurs. Okay, yeah, so definitely, like if you're a Bitcoin merchant and you'd like to help us with or if you'd like to become a design partner of the more visionary kind of Bitcoin native Satsback, then for sure reach out and we'd like to speak to you.
I have a question. Do you need to have Satsback extension to use it, or can you just follow a link with
no? So yeah, so you don't need the extension. You can just use it. Like I show when I shared my screen, there was a shop now with Satsback button. So that wasn't even all you would need to do is just click on that button and get redirected to the store. What the extension is useful for is if you are not aware that we have a deal with this merchant and you're browsing anyway, you're about to buy something anyway, then the extension will remind you and say like, oh, do you want to activate Satsback? And this is useful because sometimes I even happen to be on a website and I didn't even know that we have it connected. And because there's so many, there's literally thousands across like the major European markets. And currently, since recently, we also have a bunch in the States. So the extension is useful, but by no means is it necessary to. I know there's some people that are careful with the extensions they install, but yeah, not needed.
So you
accept cookies. Yeah, sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah, so there was another question that just came up. Yes, you would. So the way we work is the way this works currently is through affiliate links, right? So when you click on buy now, shop now, or when you activate the extension, your URL is changed into an affiliate kind of URL where the merchant needs to know that you are a Satsback user and that they need to send us commission for this sale. So yes, you would need to accept cookies because if you browse away from that URL, then the merchant still needs to know that this is the same user and this is the same session. And again, yes, regarding the ad blocker, because there's an element of tracking that is needed between Satsback and the merchant, and sometimes an ad blocker will do a good job at breaking that link, and then you can purchase something, and the merchant will say, "Just we didn't know this was a Satsback user." But yeah, that's the main things.
Cool. Any more questions to Tom? You can ask in chat. You can ask on. Let me check if on Zapstream. No, on Zapstream there are questions, but to Alby Hub. Tom, if you'd like to drop your contact maybe in a chat, so other people attendees of this call could have an easy way to reach out to you, that would be great. Thanks, Satsback.
Perfect.
I always forget about buying through Satsback, so you have
like
maybe website,
you
right?
should download the extension.
But without extension, I can go to your website and like through a marketplace, I can search for whether it's Booking or Amazon.
Yeah, but we did the extension for people like you because you always forget. So when you have the extension, you will not forget.
All right. I'll get it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Let me bring another Tom on stage, who is, well, we want to meet our competition. I just do this sometimes funny post that we have competition and we are happy about it. And that's true because actually that proves that Alby Hub, which is open source code, can serve as a business use case not only for us for hosting it, because Alby currently makes money on hosting this software for you in the cloud, but there are other businesses that do the same. And the first one is Nodana, run by Tom. Hey Tom, what's up?
Hey guys, sorry, I'm just I think I'm just gonna have to quit and rejoin to be able to share the screen. It's doing that. Mac's doing that annoying thing. So if you don't mind,
No, we don't mind.
I'll be back.
We already encountered it at a previous call that somebody just didn't enable this Safari permissions or something, and you cannot share screen. So maybe in the meantime I can bring Tali and Scott if you guys still are here. If you'd like to jump in front. This guys has been present at the previous community call or maybe 2 calls before. Hey Scott.
Hey guys.
And apparently Tali shared with us a story that she learned about Lightning Network from a board game by her partner. So that's cool. We need more such board games. And you have guys a few. I just learned that this one that we are talking about today, it's another one. There is Hot Lab, there is Chain Lab, there is some more. Tell us what's this project about?
Okay, so I guess the origin story of this is the way that I got Tali into Bitcoin was through the board game Huddle Up. It's all based on Bitcoin mechanics. What you just referred to, though, is a new game we have out that's all based on layer 2, and that's called Channel Up. And basically, players are going to open and close. This is a tabletop game, so everything is simplified. But you open and close channels with each other. You splice in and out to balance your liquidity, and as you route your payments, you get bolts. These little bolts represent sats, and the first player to get enough to buy 2 pizzas wins. But in the process, you have to do a lot of back and forth, and it takes a lot of concentration. But I promise anybody who plays that game one time, even if you're not technical, you'll understand the basics of Lightning. So we're very excited to get that out. You probably should ask Tali about her personal experience with it. So.
Yeah, so it was about probably a year and a half ago when we were visiting different Bitcoin meetups that people started to really talk about the benefit of having the second layer and the Lightning layer and things like that. And the challenge that always came up for discussion was the liquidity management. And I vaguely understood what they were saying about inbound, outbound management, but it didn't make any sense to me because in my mind, it should be like a banking system where you kind of swipe and then the money just kind of goes, And it wasn't until Scott created the channel, a prototype, and asked me to test it that it became so visual for me that I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about. And then going forward, as I was listening to more people discuss the Lightning layer and the challenges in Bolt 11 and Bolt 12 and things like that, I was able to visualize what was happening and understand what they're talking about. So I think you guys are already pulling up our webpage there. But yeah, it's a pure strategy game. And Scott actually spent a whole year and went to all these tech we're not technical people, but we went to all these BitDev meetups, and anybody he could corner, he would say, hey, please check the mechanics and make sure this is correct. And if I've missed something, please tell me. And so it took a year of him testing with all these super high level technical people to make sure that the mechanics are right. So we feel very, very confident that if you're trying to explain the Lightning layer to someone, have them sit down and play a game, and they will walk away with so much better understanding of what is going on than anything else you can show them.
Yeah. If I could, the only thing I would add to that is I see 2 groups of people, and the people on this call are probably already technical. So for you, I would say this is more of a game that you could have. You bring over some of our technical friends and you have a game night and you guys talk and make all kinds of techie jokes. If you actually want to do what Tali's talking about, so it's meant to be a fun game, but if you actually are struggling trying to explain some of these concepts that we talk about all the time to non-technical people, this might be a really great bridge. So it's either just fun by itself and you go and play, or you can use it as a bridge to reach people. And I guess the biggest takeaway for me is if you try to label it as education, people are just going to shut down because they don't think of education as fun. So the goal is to simplify the steps or the the mechanics enough that they represent what Lightning is in this particular game, or in Huddle Up to represent what Bitcoin is on layer 1. But it's meant to be fun by itself. So have fun with it. If you want to use it to help bridge to someone who doesn't understand all that stuff, then all you have to do is play and don't say a word. Don't say anything technical, because you're going to shut them down. Just play and let the mechanics of the game kind of trigger questions.
And I just want to also raise another issue is I noticed that most of the people on this call are not necessarily based in the US where we are. And so we are currently partnering with distributors around the world to make our physical games more accessible. So if you go to our website, just make sure you click on the find a distributor near you, and hopefully you can find somebody closer to where you are so that you don't have to pay that astronomical shipping and custom cost. We're trying to help reduce that bit.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So, all right. So any kind of questions or overviews? Where do you guys want to take it?
As I learned, you need to buy 2 pizzas to win the game. That's the goal.
Yes.
The objective.
That's the goal. Be the first person with Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas. Yep.
Nice. And you have animated videos explaining how the game is. You guys have a website, freemarketkids.com. That's where we could start. So anyone who's watching us on Twitter or Nostr, freemarketkids.com. I guess this doesn't necessarily had to start with Lightning, right? You had other products. What was the origins of this Free Market Kids initiative?
Well, it actually goes before I became a Bitcoiner. The first game we had was actually teaching our kids about pricing. And so in the website, you'll see there's one that's called, Is That the Best You Can Do? The one that really put us on the map with Bitcoiners, just under 2 years ago, we finished with Huddle Up, and we brought that to Bitcoin Park. And that's the game that really hit with a lot of people. It was fun to play by itself, but a lot of people were looking at it as a way to reach out to their significant others or to their families. So you could have fun at your meetup, or you could bring it home. So Huddle Up is not necessarily our first game, but it's our first big game in this space, because it just really captures the ethos of Bitcoin. You have a difficulty adjustment, hot and cold wallets. You can you have the halving events in there. You only have 21 million Bitcoin. It just, everything a Bitcoiner would want is there, but you don't have to say the words while you're playing. So if I could highlight one game, I would start with Huddle Up.
And actually, I just want to go put in the only reason I'm sitting here talking to Bitcoiners, have a Bitcoin podcast, actually 2 of them, and I have Bitcoin Women Outreach Initiatives. All of those are happening because of this game, because he tried for 2 years to orange pill me, and I didn't want to hear it. I didn't understand Bitcoin. I didn't want to read a book. I didn't want to listen to a long podcast. He kind of forced me to understand Bitcoin by asking me to play the prototype of this game. And since we brought it to different events, what I have noticed as a woman, number one, there's a minority of the Bitcoin population is women. And number 2, a lot of the women who show up are just there to support their significant other. They're not really involved because sometimes, or a lot of times, the technical discussions go over their heads, and they just kind of decide that they can't understand it. And so this game is just a wonderful bridge builder for anybody you're trying to reach who shut down the moment you say Bitcoin out of your mouth. You know, you just don't say Bitcoin. You just say, hey, come over for a game night. Let's just have some wine and let's make some popcorn. Or even if you're playing with your kids, like let's make hot chocolate or something. And if they play the game, and if they want to win, they're going to ask questions. And in the asking of the questions, if you give them the answer, they are willing to listen. If you just go up to them and say, hey, let me tell you about Bitcoin, they're going to be like, no, that's a scam. I don't need to hear another lecture, you know? And that's, some of the comments that we've received back from people who have used this game to reach out to their significant others are like, one guy, he actually sent us a thank you DM and said, thank you so much for creating this game. My wife played it, and now she's asking me to buy more Bitcoin. Or like, okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Or a girlfriend of someone who went from completely uninterested in learning about Bitcoin to show me how the wallets work, show me how to move funds in 45 minutes of gameplay. From beginning to end was 45 minutes. And it just allowed her to make the pieces kind of fall into place, So anyway, we see it as just a wonderful outreach tool.
Yeah. So yeah, it depends on your purpose, but we have other games that are coming out. BIP 39 is out now. I just took the list of BIP 39 words and turned it into a game. I took a subset, the ones that were related to animals. That one's about as hard as Pictionary to play. It takes about 5 minutes to learn. And so there's just so many really, really cool things that we talk about and take for granted in the Bitcoin community. But from a game theory, game place, it's just like a playground. There are so many cool things to talk about. And so we just want to keep focusing on that. We do have our secret agenda where we're actually trying to orange pill people, but the first thing we want to say is we want to have fun games. We want games that are fun by themselves. So, but it's pretty cool. You get to hang out. You're not looking at a screen. You're actually talking to people face to face when you're playing a game. So especially after COVID, that in-person feeling you get like at a meetup when you're with people is pretty cool. And
we always tell our Bitcoiner meetup organizers too that a lot of Bitcoiners go to meetups and they leave their wife and kids at home. It's like this is a dad thing. Dad's leaving for a Bitcoin meetup, but bring the whole family. Like let them come and let the kids play a game and involve everybody. So anyway, that's our story. Thanks for letting us share.
Nice. Thank you for showing that. Any questions from
There's a question there about buying with Bitcoin. You can. We use Shopify, and Shopify makes it really hard. You have to get to the end of the buying process before you can actually
find the buy with Bitcoin option.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out a way to make that easier. Right now, you can do it. It's just not. They don't make it obvious. So.
Yeah, I found it on the website already. In the meantime, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
that's
and if you're
really
in
great.
Europe, if you're in Europe, we know that shipping and customs can be really, really difficult, and we do have contacts in Europe now who are helping us with distribution. Just email us, and we'll give you the contact.
Great, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe distribute it to some conferences, right? Like there is Bitcoin Amsterdam coming or Bitcoin Plus, and if you guys coming with or maybe like Consensus Network, right? There is this bookstore based in Europe that they often come with books to the conferences. That could be good.
We would actually appreciate if someone has contacts or they themselves want to help us, because what we could do is imagine if one of you was going to that conference and we weren't, and you purchase at a discount by buying a pack of 6, they come in 6s, then it can help get the game out to other people, and maybe you can make a few sats in between on there. But if someone has a contact, we're in the beginning stages of trying to extend this and overcome all those supply chain frictions. So any ideas or introductions, we would welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gracian, maybe we should already order 6 to Poland and then somehow distribute at our meetups or conferences.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm thinking about my family because I do have a problem with orange peeling them. So I'm definitely going to buy one.
Any plans to make the game digital, maybe?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Yeah, we're in the process. We're actually looking for. We're looking at it from a free and open source education perspective, because if we can make it digital, we can translate it to other languages, and then you can link it to education contents. And if you built that on a Nostr back in the back end, then you're also exposing people to freedom technologies. So we're in the beginning stages of searching for funding to help make these games free so people could play them anywhere. I'll put the website in the notes here, if that's all right.
Please put website, contact to you.
Is that spelled? Let's put on my glasses.
Yeah.
So anyone who listens to us, it's freemarketkids.com. Kids, like children.
Right. So the physical games are at Free Market Kids. The one I just put into the chat there. It's free and open source education foundation.org. It's just FOSE Foundation. So FOSEfoundation.org, and it stands for free and open source education. And so the vision is that we take all the tools that we have and we break through all the supply chain barriers and we maximize the impact. And then we can translate to other languages. We can link it to, if you link it up with Nostr in the back end, now you can have rewards with sats and do some other cool things. And we think that from an education standpoint, that can maximize the impact. But we're just starting that, and what we're looking for there are people who are interested in helping to fund basically a nonprofit, and so that the physical games remain on the for-profit free market kids side, and the digital games are on the free and open source education side.
Right, and
all right, there are some dogs making noise.
So yeah, sorry about the dogs. So the question about the contact our distributor in the EU. So right now we're talking to 3 different people. So if you don't mind just emailing me directly, because you were talking about ordering a case to Poland, and so that's like I can talk to you about it separately.
Cool. Well, I guess
Thank you.
Graciano will come in touch and we will discuss it. Cool. Thank you, Tali Scott. Good luck with this.
Thank you.
I hope business also goes well for you, since this is quite educative mission. Good luck and thanks. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to Tom with Nodana project. I hope you can screen share now.
I do as well. Let's have a go. Do you mind if I start with Sintra?
Yeah, let's start with Sintra. Tom actually has 2 projects. Sintra is, I guess, older and smaller one.
Yeah. So can you guys see the screen okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I run 2 projects, both Bitcoin focused. The first one that I started, which was about 6 or 7 months ago now, is Sintra, which is as you can see from the title, a Bitcoin price API. It kind of just focuses on Bitcoin really, so you can get the price of Bitcoin in various other kind of core currencies, as well as kind of the less popular currencies as well. But what it does is it pulls in the trading data from various exchanges, the big ones that you can see on the front page there, and then aggregates those prices to produce probably what's a more accurate price than what you would get if you just consult a single API. So if you got the price from Coinbase, for example, you are only getting the price based on the trades that Coinbase is doing, as opposed to what the other exchanges are doing as well. Don't know if you've ever seen, you might see the price differ from exchange to exchange. So this kind of aggregates all that and kind of essentially gives you an average that's volume weighted. So the exchange that's doing the most trading will probably have a greater influence on the price. But it's largely, it is free to use. You don't need to authenticate. You can just hit an endpoint. Like, I don't know if you can see the screen particularly well when I share this, but yeah, you can just get the up-to-date prices. And it gives you the core currencies, the US dollar, euro, GBP, then Canadian and Australian. I do possibly plan to add more, but I'm kind of restricted by what the kind of the data provided by the big exchanges provides. But you can actually get a single currency in any, but it does fall back to Coinbase for that if it's a currency that I don't support. There is a pro plan as well. I was asked at the last minute to showcase Sintra, so I would have had it going in place, but I'm going to introduce WebLN payments for this, which is why it's out of action at the moment. But it's only $10 for the whole year anyway, if you needed increased rate limiting and so on. But on the starter plan, you get a WebSocket connection, which gives you a 10-second interval for the pricing. This is actually connected to its obviously itself to get the trading data live. So these things will change every 10 seconds. So it's connected to the Sintra API itself. So it's a great place to watch the Bitcoin price go down. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, it seems. And yeah, there's a API section as well. So for the developers amongst you, you should be able to find what you need there. With the Pro plan, you can get historic pricing as well. So if you wanted to see the Bitcoin price over the last 5 hours or the last 20 minutes in 20 different divisions, then you can do that kind of thing as well. So yeah, that's Sintra in a nutshell. But my other project is Nodana. So Nodana is an application that tries to make it easy for people to run Bitcoin and Lightning related projects. So just a limited selection of projects at the moment, but obviously I'm working on trying to add a few more over the course of the next few months and so on. So I've got a few ideas looking at Fedimint as well to add on to there at some point. I'm not sure whether it's possible yet, but these are the kind of the core 4 that I'm working with, and you can see Alby Hub on there. So I'm going to probably do a little demo on how to spin up an Alby Hub on Nodana. Whether it's better or not compared to Alby Cloud, I don't know, but you could be the judge of that. So first of all, you would need to log in to Nodana. So you can log in with GitHub or Lightning. With GitHub, I don't ask for any personal information. It's only what's currently available on a public profile on GitHub. So if you've already shared on GitHub, then it's already available anyway. So you can log in with that, or you can log in with Lightning. I don't know if you're not familiar with logging with Lightning, you can just point your wallet to that QR code and then and click the login button. Your Lightning wallet has to support LN auth. And not all of them do, but I know Phoenix does and Breeze does, I think, but Wallet of Satoshi doesn't. But it's a nice way to log in. And actually, of my users, it seems much more popular than GitHub in terms of logging in. So yeah, that's available. But I'm just running this on localhost at the moment. So I'm just going to log in with GitHub. So that's me logged in. You would obviously have to just approve it on the GitHub page if you've not registered before. But that's all you need to do to get into the app itself. And then you would need to just add a few sats. So it works on a sat per minute type of basis, really. You can buy 1,000 sats if you just want to have a quick test, and 1,000 sats it's less than $1, and it'll probably give you a good few hours. Or no, actually, we'll give you a couple of days of time to try any of these apps, really. So you come to the balance page, you can see I've got sats already. But if you want to, you can just create your invoice. You can pay with Alby extension or any equivalent WebLN provider, or you can point your Lightning wallet at the QR code there as well, and then it will automatically update the page once the payment has been received, and your sats balance will increase without needing to refresh the page or anything like that. Just building out the kind of the profile area at the moment, just a couple of fields that I just wanted to point out. It's a shame that Tom has left the call actually, because it's I am building out a simple referral payment system. So anyone that refers someone to Nodana and they buy some sats, then you will get a percentage of those sats straight to your Lightning wallet, kind of as an instant payout for any kind of people that want to refer. So that's just being built out at the moment. So you'll be able to put your Lightning address in there, or about 12. And then there's also the Nostr public key. Don't do anything specifically with this, but obviously planning to build out some connections with that as well. So get some NWC integrations going there and a few other bits with Nostr. So the fields are there in preparation for some features in the near future. And then I'll just show you then how we actually deploy something. So you come to Alby Hub. Alby Hub is a very simple one because there are no configuration options to put in there at the moment. So we can just click deploy. And it just takes a couple of seconds to actually spin up an Alby Hub. So deployment successful, and you can view the details. So you can come to this deployments page here, and you would get a list of all your different deployments. So I'll add another one in a moment. If you're intending to run a few hubs or various different services, you can actually just kind of inline edit the names here, so you can keep track of which ones are which. You can control your service as well with some kind of simple controls, and then you've got the URL that you can go to your hub with. So you just click on that to copy it, and then open up another tab and then you'll find that your hub is there waiting for you on that URL. So it only takes a few seconds to spin up, and then you can actually start doing what you can do with the hub. I won't go through the joining process. That's for someone else to show. If you are running a service like Phoenix D is a Lightning node, but it kind of takes away the pain of managing channels and managing incoming sats and that kind of thing, the incoming balance to your wallet, which is a bit of a pain with kind of standard Lightning nodes. So Phoenix D takes care of that for a small fee, not my fee. This is it's provided by Async, the guys behind the Phoenix wallet that you're probably familiar with, but they provide essentially this headless wallet. This allows a couple of parameters, but you don't need to actually add anything in there. But it does give you back, so if I deploy this, it does give you back some credentials so you can actually access your own Phoenix D server. So I actually use Phoenix D as my payment node for Sintra and for Nodana itself. So I connect over the internet to the node so I can receive payments. So any developers out there who want to do something similar, it's quite a nice way of taking payments without having to worry about traditional issues with Lightning nodes. So when there is a response, when you're spinning something up, then you can get your credentials here, and it's really easy to copy. So you get your seed phrases, you get your passwords and restricted passwords, and so on. And then you can see that in your list of deployments. And again, you can change names and stop and start them, and so on. So if I stop the service there and confirm that, then you'll see a start button, and then you can start it again. Various kind of simple things you can do with your service, really. And it gives you kind of an indication as to the current costs and what version you're running. When Nodana actually releases a new version, it makes it available. You'll also see an update button here as well. So you'll be able to click update, and it'll update you to the latest version of that particular piece of software. But you can do it when you want to do it, rather than being kind of having it forced upon you. That is pretty much it. Yeah, don't know if there's any questions, but yeah, thanks for the opportunity to showcase. I've been meaning to kind of show these for a couple of months now, but I've not been able to make the meetings.
Nice. And is it charging per minute? Because you see like it's a price per month, but then on the side I see charge like 1 sat, 2 sats. So I could
so if I just
and then it doesn't charge.
Yeah, so if I refresh it, you'll see that the prices start going up, depending on the amount of minutes that you've used. So yes, it does charge per minute. I do give the price per month as an indication as to what it will cost you, because if I say it costs 0.35 sats per minute, then it's difficult to know actually how much that's going to cost per month. So I show a monthly price, but it is based on a minute. So if you just wanted to run an Alby hub for 10 minutes, you can do, and it will cost you probably 5 or 6 sats, maybe less, just to kind of give it a try, really, in an online form. So yeah, it's per minute pricing, which I think is quite a flexible way of doing things.
Nice. There was a question from the Nostr chat. If historical data on Sintra include average, highest and lowest price of a day in future? I don't know if this question is a joke or is it probably valid? Can you pull?
No, it's a valid price. So will historical data include the average, highest, lowest price of the day in the future? Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the future. I didn't see that, but yeah, it probably is a joke. I can probably tell you the next week it's going to still go down, if that's any help. Right. But hopefully by the end of the year, then it should be a bit higher.
So you probably analyze prices a lot, and since you told that probably it will go down, do you actually run some analytics, some analysis of changes of prices, or maybe do you do arbitrage on your own since you have data from various sources?
No, I'd like to be an analyst, but I don't do much of that. I just feel the sentiment's not particularly great at the moment, but things can swing very quickly, which is nice.
Any questions?
Stop sharing my...
I want to ask, what's next in plans? Like BTC Pay Server, LNBits, what do you plan to run?
Yeah, so I've had a brief discussion with Parvisit on BTC Pay Server. I would love to kind of get that going as a service. The problem is you have to have a dedicated Bitcoin node running with it, and they're just so heavyweight at the moment. And it financially to run a Bitcoin node in the cloud is very expensive. I mean, I think Voltage, if you want to run a Bitcoin node from Voltage, a pruned node, it costs you $200 a month. And I think so. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure it's around that price. Great if it's less, if it's $50, great, but it's still quite a lot of money, right? When you pay $10 for a particular service like this. So
BTC Pay server, you can, I guess, you can run on chain only hot wallet, and it just probably pulls some data. It doesn't run full node.
I don't think at the moment there's any option to run it without a dedicated Bitcoin node. And then I think, well, people could run their own Bitcoin node and then connect to a VPN to some setup they've got at home. But then you think, well, if they do that, then why would they even run anything in the cloud? So yeah, I'm just still trying to kind of balance it really. So I'd also like to offer LDK nodes, LND nodes, but everything falls back to the Bitcoin issue. So I'm just looking into that really, is to kind of looking for a nice solution to all of that.
Cool. If you'd like Tom to drop some of your contact data in chat, that might be useful. It's almost an hour, but I can see we have Dan from Angor present with us. However, we tried to meet for the last few meetings and we couldn't make it. I would like to commit more time to Angor. If you'd like to do a short demo now, or should we do it in 2 weeks? That's up to you, Dan.
I mostly just came to say hello, and I think I'll in 2 weeks in the next meetup. Cool. By the way, hello. Sorry for I tried to come in for the last 2 calls, and I didn't have the time.
No worries.
So the next meetup, I will try to do a demo.
We are excited to see what Angor is. We've seen it in few places, but it's not yet very released. So happy to see how it's coming out.
The high level of Angor it's a crowdfunding protocol on layer 1, where the investors keep a certain level of control of their investment, and investment is locked up into UTXOs as milestones, and over time, the founders can take their funds, predefined funds, and if at any point the founders start to buy Lambos with your Bitcoin, you can take back what's left in the pot.
Nice.
That's the high.
That's a good sneak peek for what's coming up in 2 weeks. So guys, we see each other every second week on Thursday. Alby Community Call is, as you have just experienced, a good place to meet unique creative builders in this space. Not only Lightning apps, but also board games, hosting companies, crowdfunding platforms, and Alby team and Alby users. So thank you everyone who participated, who watched us on Nostr, on Twitter, and see you in 2 weeks. In the meantime, you can visit discord.getalby.com, so we stay in touch, everyone, over text. Thank you everyone.